So today's story is about a lion, of course, because we are learning about lions. It's called The Lion and the Clever Little Jackal. It's a very typical South African story, and it's written by Andrea Florence and Claire Norden. It's actually a Zulu folk tale, a Zulu story. Long, long ago in Africa, there lived a jackal. He was not a very big animal, and he was not a very strong animal, but Jackal was very clever indeed. And because he was so clever, he always managed to escape from danger. One very hot day, the hungry jackal was out looking for lizards to eat. A jackal is also a carnivore. On his way, he passed a running zebra. "Morning, Jackal," panted the friendly zebra. "I must warn you that Bubezi the lion is not far from here. Don't you think you should turn around and run away?" "Thank you, but not me," answered Jackal. "I'm not afraid of silly old Bubezi." Bubezi is the lion. And off the jackal continued. Further along the path, Jackal came across a troop of monkeys swinging in the trees. So not a pride of monkeys, a troop of monkeys. They laughed. "Bubezi is close by, and this time he's going to catch you, Jackal." They laughed at him. "No, he won't, you cheeky monkeys," resorted Jackal. "I'm too smart for that lion." And off he continued. Sniffing along the path for the smell of lizards, Jackal came across a tortoise. Peeking his head ever so slightly out of his shell, the tortoise whispered shakily, Oh, I'm scared. I hear that Bubezi is around. You must be brave and go and hide." "No, I'm brave. I am smart," boasted the jackal. "I'm not going to hide." And off he continued. I think I got the words muddled up there. Anyway, all the animals are warning the jackal to steer clear of the lion Bubezi. What would you do? Would you go hide or go away in a different direction? Or would you face the lion? Jackal had almost reached the rocky valley where he knew lizards loved to live, when an owl flew overhead. "Toot-woo, woo-woo," called the owl. "I know you are almost as clever as me, but Bubezi is becoming wise to your tricks, Jackal. You better turn around now and run as fast as you could," warned the owl. "I appreciate your advice, wise owl," replied the jackal, "but I'm sure that somehow I will be able to outsmart Bubezi once again." "Toot-woo, hoo-hoo," answered the owl. "I hope you do." And off he flew. Oh, it's a bit of rhyming there. By the time he reached the rocky valley, Jackal had started to feel a little nervous. What if Owl was right and he couldn't outsmart the mighty Bubezi any longer? Just then he saw a huge dark shadow. He froze, his heart suddenly beating loud and fast because he knew that it was the ferocious lion Bubezi. Look. And when Bubezi came across the jackal, he was very happy. He licked his lips and he roared, "Roar! I'm not going to fall for any of your clever tricks, Bubezi." Teacher's confused. "I'm not going to fall for any of your tricks, Jackal," said Bubezi. "This time you are mine." And he stepped closer. Jackal's legs shook with fear. "Oh, I should have listened to the animal's warnings, but now it's too late," he thought. His body was almost ready to give in to the terrible danger when his clever mind sprang into action. Jackal quickly crouched down on the path with his paws covering his head. Looking up at the overhanging rocks, he cried, "Oh, mighty Bubezi, I'm so glad that you are here. You are the biggest. You are the strongest. Only you can save us." He's tapping into his creativity. He listened to his preschool teacher. He's using his creativity. He's coming up with a clever story. He's going to fool the lion, I think. Let's see. The lion stopped. He looked at the jackal. He looked at the overhanging rocks and he looked confused. Jackal continued with his shouting. "Help! Help! The rocks are about to fall. We will both be crushed. Only you with your strong body and your big paws will be able to save us." The lion became very nervous, but the jackal continued to wail. "Oh no, they're about to fall. Quickly before it's too late." And in a panic, the lion began to push against the rocks with his strong body and his powerful paws. "Oh, thank you, mighty Bubezi," said the jackal. "Now I'll just go and get a log to hold these rocks up, and then we'll be free." Do you think the jackal is going to get a log? Does he really need to uphold those rocks? And with that, the jackal scampered away from the rocky path as fast as his little legs could carry him. The mighty Bubezi continued to push against the rocks, using every bit of strength in his body. Minutes passed, hours passed, and still he pushed with all his might. Eventually, with no more strength, the lion slid to the floor, certain that he would be crushed by the falling rocks. When they did not fall, he opened one weary eye and realized that he had been tricked again. Far away, the clever jackal sat peacefully in his den, laughing to himself at how easy it was to trick the mighty lion. And as he looked at the night sky, he thought how lucky he was to live another day in Africa. He outsmarted the lion. I hope you enjoyed the book.